Oh, now my son wants to get me in problems. This is a son of mine who is fighting for a chair with my own brother. So it is a family problem. So Dr. Odongo, our son, the son of Okune, of Joseph Okune, he has contributed 7.6 million shillings. MMP Raja Foundation Industrial Park donated 700 million. Is it shillings? Shillings. 700 million shillings. Or as follows: Mayuge Sugar, 150 million shillings. Kamri Sugar, 150 million. GM Sugar, 100 million. Nairo Agro Industries, 100 million. Modern Distilleries, 100 million. Nairo Aluminium, 100 million. So 50 million. Auromera, 50 million. Lebanese Community, 200 million. Reham Harris International, 100 million shillings and 1 ambulance. Twin Winnie, Presidential Advisor, 1 million shillings. Ntoatwa Jackson, 1 million shillings. Somali Community Association in Uganda, 1.5 million shillings. Fin Credit, 10 million shillings. UAP Insurance, Old Mutual, 10 million shillings. Atiak Sugar, 100 million shillings. Tyrex, Uganda, 100 million shillings. Boambali William, 100 million shillings. Skynet Worldwide Express, 11.4 million and 600 pieces of gloves. Gar Sport Betting, 15 million shillings. The Uganda Private Security Association, 15 million shillings. Trans-East Uganda Limited, 20 million. Don Uganda, 20 million. Sites Travels, 3 million. Pius Vigermana, our Pius Vigermana, you remember him? $5 million shillings. Kaisokubi Ken Company Limited, 5 million. African Initiative for Relief and Development, 50 million. Sterling Civil Engineering, 50 million. Sabo Foundation, 50 million. Goof Engineering, 80 million shillings. And maize flour of 5 tons, beans 2 tons. But this food donation should be the clean ones. They shouldn't, if somebody gives us all the, we should really not be happy with him. Master Grain Milling Limited, flour 2.4 tons. Uganda Brilliant Pipe Industry blankets, 100 pieces. The family of the late Kasim Kitembo, cassava flour, 100 bags. Arnett O'Brien, cassava 150,000 something. 150,000 something. Either kilograms. It's not there, it's not written. Divine bamboo, eco-friendly charcoals, briquettes, 1,000 kilograms. Friends of Wealth Environment, 4-way, energy saving stoves worth 10 million. Fresh Dairy Brookside, fresh dairy milk powder worth 500 million. Delight juice cheers bottles 1,700 liters. MTN dealers liquid soap 8 tons. Chloride Exide maize flour 800 kilos. Sarah Nkonge, you know Nkonge, our former deputy mayor, doctor, she's a doctor now. Maize flour 1 ton. Chinawe High School, maize flour on 2 tons. Blue Dove Hotel Transport or Logistical Chain, maize flour 1.3 tons. St. Lawrence Academy, maize flour 10 tons. Kayambadeo, maize flour 10 tons. East Africa Roofing, maize flour 10 tons. Parambout Distilleries, maize flour 2 tons, soap 50 tons, sanitizers 5 tons. Romeo's Restaurant, maize flour 2.4 tons. KDB Charenga Wines, maize flour 2.5 tons. Zhongding, that must be Chinese. Maize flour 20 tons. Bookmakers Association, 6 companies, Top Bet, Forte Bet, Bet Power, Premier Bet, Beton SBA, maize flour 20 tons, beans 13 tons. Zonkai Electronics, maize flour 20 tons. Matov Arosias, maize flour 25 tons. Milton Obote Foundation, maize flour 3 tons. Apoyo, Mzee, Foundation of Mzee. Only You International Limited, maize flour 3.5 tons. Arise and Shine maize flour 4 tons. Associated Motor Dealers, maize flour 4 tons. Superloaf, mini bakeries, maize flour 5 tons. Ethiopian Business Community, maize flour 5 tons. Parkview Shopping Center, maize flour 50 bags. Makerere University academic staff, maize flour 7 tons. Thank you so much, Masa, oye. Askar Security Services, masks, 1,500 surgical gloves, masks, 3,500, and surgical gloves, okay, that's different, 20,000 pairs. Thank you so much. Jasan Foundation milk, 4,200 liters, soap hand wash 700 liters. Steel and Tubes Industries, pickup, double cabin, brand new. Thank you so much. Tembo Steel, pickup, double cabin, brand new. Thank you so much. Dot Services, pickup, truck, double cabin, and soap, 500 cartons, sanitizer 250 liters. The Marvani Group and Kachira Sugar, pickups, 2 double cabin brand new. Sanitizer, 5,280 liters. Thank you very much, Marvani Group. Top Bet, pickup double cabin brand new. Maize flour 10 tons, beans 10 tons. Prime Concepts Packaging, Rice, 1.5 tons. FUFA Federation, rice, 2.5 tons. FUFA is for football. Mobile Task Force, skin guard, 2 boxes, hand wash, 48 pieces. Great Lakes brands, snacks, gorillas and chimps, 24,000 packs. Haji Hassan Basaja Barawa, 100 million shillings. National Resistance Movement Party, 380 million shillings. Diamond Trust, 250 million shillings. Stanbic Bank, 100 million shillings. And personal protection equipment worth 60 million, 5,000 gloves, bank account, coronary, and so on. Murwana Group, 2 ambulances, 1,000 nice basins, 5,000 liters of Jessa UHT milk. Mars Choice, 10 million shillings. Toyota Uganda, 20 million shillings, 1 brand new truck, Hino series, made flour 4 tons. Sibyl, 50 million shillings. Moses or Cheap General Merchants, a team Pacho bus company. A team Pacho, 1.1 million shillings. B Natural Uganda and Spectra, 5 million shillings. Abacus Group, Detros, 4 fluid, 3,000 units. Normal saline, 4 fluid, 3,000 units. Ringers lactate, 4 fluid, 2,010 units. Metronidazole, 4 fluid, 2,000 units. Paracetamol, 4 fluid, 5,000 units. Paracetamol tablets, 1,000 units. Examination gloves, 100 units. Jumia, face mask, 50,000 pieces. Free communication about COVID-19. Logistical support in picking donations offered in kind and delivery to Ministry of Health warehouse. NEC Bank, antibacterial mattresses 60. Uganda Breweries, fuel worth 40 million, antibacterial mattresses 100, hygiene 3,000 units. Abacus Pharma, Abacus parental drugs, 4 fluids, normal saline, dextrose 5%, Ringers lactate, paracetamol and other items. Total, fuel worth 55 million. Chongqing International Construction, blankets 215, mosquito nets 215. China Railway, number 7, antibacterial mattresses 88. Roofings Group, water provision worth 100 million, free oxygen to clinics and hospitals in Uganda. Mr. Dauda, salt 13.4 tons. Vivo Energy Share, fuel worth 50 million, protective gear worth 10 million. Uganda Development Corporation, citrus juice, 2,300 boxes. That one will give us vitamin C. DFCU Bank, 100 million. And assortment of personal protection equipment. 9 breweries, maize flour 30 tons. Total E&P Uganda, $70,000 US. Cipla, quality chemicals. Rice, 3 tons. maize flour 2.5 tons, beans 1 ton, drinking water 400 cartons. Uganda Insurance Association, bed sheets 1,000 pairs, blankets 1,000. Rocket Health, support staff, support calls to those that need medical doctor's response. Safe border, masks 1 million. Free delivery for food within Kampala. Safe border 1 million, that's quite a bit of 1 million what? Net, masks. Good, what group is this?
The border which is online. They do online delivery. An organized group of borders. So they have an association.
Yeah, an international.
No, Uganda.
Okay.
The one with orange jackets.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
They are the ones doing a lot of deliveries of food and medicine.
Okay. Good. Silver Springs Hotel, passenger Costa 32-seater. Hima Cement, ambulance for use by National Task Force, 20 million worth of construction material. Innovation Village, avail volunteer call center agents. MTN Total, worth 950 million. That is 294 million towards the Red Cross Society, 220 million towards water points tanks, a 30 computer call center at MTN, provision of allowances for 15 mental health staff, March and April, 150 million, supported the COVID-19 awareness campaign, SMS, IVR, CRBT, all 12 million subscribers on the 12 network, and to the entire country through TV and radio advertising. This was all worth 360 million. Okay. Nanjagala bangulire motoka bantu bano. Njagala motoka, I want vehicles. Because this, I want vehicles. So talk to MTN and say, if they could convert some of this into vehicles. Airtel money transactions are now free. Mapping motoka no. Access to verified information by mail and all that, sending SMS message to customers. Njagala motoka. Call center for Ministry of Health. N95 masks 100,000. I'll work it out. That one at least is something. Donated to the frontline healthcare personnel worth 1.2 billion. That's something. The 100,000 N95 masks. That's something. Mupano Group, soap 2,500 bars, Aqua Sip mineral water 2,400 bottles, 1,000 basins 18 inches, multi-purpose liquid soap 100 liters, bucket 7 liter 20 liter capacity, soap basins, jerrycans, water dispensers donated to all police stations in Kampala, and our country to follow. Okay, national water, installation of hand washing points. Kasubi Center, market 7 points. Okay, I think that is something. Uchafu Mukatari. Chibuye Center, market 4 points. Nakawa Center, market 4 points. Gawa market 1 point. Namuwango market 1 point. Bugolobu Center, market 3 points. Kiswa market 1 point, Ntinda market 1 point, Narukorongo market 1 point, Kitinta Center 2 points, Center Warakodembe market 17 points, the old tax park 10 points, the new tax park 9 points, Ruzira Chirombe market 1 point, Portobello market 1 point, Ruzira market 2 points. Very good. CVM, Minister.
There is another
Who is it? Oh, this one here. Oh, okay. There's another one here. Agava Albert Amoti, 200,000 shillings. Akampura Saviti, 10,000 shillings. Alex, 26,000 shillings. Anonymous, 10,000 shillings. Aiko Aisha student for 15,000 shillings. Thank you so much, Aiko. Bainomu Shamedi, 20,000 shillings. Bakashawajor Karwani, 10,000 shillings. Crispe Kaheru, 250,000. Harvesting for agriculture in Africa, 300,000. Karemba Oluf, 10,000 shillings. Councillor Chimbwembwe Masika, Esther, 30,000 shillings. Kamuli LC1 Women Council, 300,000 shillings. Mwewe na be Kamuli. Mwewe na abakazi aba LC. Kasule Z tomato farmer, 100,000 shillings. And 1 box of fresh tomatoes. Kazaro Shanis student, 20,000 shillings. Kevin Akanwano, 20,000 shillings. Chivirge Matthias, Markeli Math, Sector Mark, Magai Allen of Chiburi, altogether contributed 10,500 shillings. Chiburi Fred, 20,000 shillings. This one is a musician. Chireka Sales and Events, 200,000 shillings. Chevine Benedict, Boda Boda, 10,000 shillings. Chomgashu Judith, 11,000 shillings. Ariko Obuya Nathan, 30,000 shillings. Rubiogo Robert, 167,000 shillings. Mariamung Jamal, 30,000 shillings. Mariamung Haruna Kiseka, 100,000 shillings. Mbangirensi Godfrey, 450,000 shillings. Yuko Richard, 10,000 shillings. Shugudu Stephen, 20,000 shillings. Mijimbe Zageth, 100,000 shillings. Mukasa Joseph, 12,000 shillings. Mungoma Mike Matepe, 30,000 shillings. Musanje Mentedio, 20,000 shillings. Musilzu Vincent, 40,000 shillings. Nisima Deborah and Namata Gladys, 10,000 shillings. Obole Nathan, 15,000 shillings. Ochana Francis Doctor, 20,000 shillings. PC Ashabiwe, Emmanuel, 100,000 shillings. Ashabiru or Ashabirwe, whatever it is, it's slightly different. Nagmanya Elijah, 100,000 shillings. Peace Constance, 3,000 shillings. Robert Madere, 10,000 shillings. Sheikh Ismail Kazara, the late, and Hayat Naigat Hasifa, 100,000 shillings. Sheikh Zivu Siraji, 100,000 shillings. The family of the late Mbega Matovu, 20,000 shillings. Tom Oganga from Dokoro, 64,000 shillings. Apoyo. To Mr. Stephen, 30,000 shillings. Vincent Tumkunde, 3,500 shillings. Wellington Eyoneyo, 20,000 shillings. Samuel Nelson Kakete, 50,000 shillings. Eme Babiche Katende, Ernest Kavala, Gertrude Namasare, Ruth Amelia Nsome, 50,000 shillings. Thank you so much. Abazukuru. Abazukuru are fighting their war. The Deaf Project, Namungona, Rubaga, 50,000 shillings. Nur Badis Somo, 50,000 shillings. Akabai Stephen Peter, Uganda Police Force, 50,000 shillings. Erogon Youth Brass Band, 50,000 shillings. Simon Woodgate, 500,000 shillings. Smile Plus, water tanks, 21. Ball pens, 2,000 pieces. Tap Tap Africa, volunteer the public address system. Josephine Cassato, offering tape committee to distribute food among their membership. Uganda Driving Schools operators operating and the Instructors Association volunteering their drivers for any service without being paid. And Ugabo Patrick volunteering manpower and his car. Qurans volunteering e-system that can manage emergency response. Mugabe Brian, voluntary driving service. Ojangwele Godfrey, voluntary driving services. Gifted Hands Organization, voluntary assistance to transport pregnant mothers in accessing hospital using their own vehicles. Makabuli Peter, Mr. Makabuli Port and Mrs. donated soap 1 bar worth 14,000 shillings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Makabuli. One times Betty Uganda, maize flour 1 ton. Lila Pazo, Runabe, maize flour 80 kilograms. Chelsea Makula, liquid soap 10 liters. Sudu Kukumba, gift art piece to be auctioned COVID story. Manje Sewava, Stephen Sewava, 10,000 shillings. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much. I saw people talking about there were you really waste a lot of time on those TVs with some of the interviewers. I saw Mama Karolo wasting time with somebody who was trying to ask her, why are you is your job now only to take donations? What is the government doing? Of course, the government is spending much more money. Because the government put aside how much money? 50. What is the money we put aside for? No, not food, only food. For the, huh? No, but for the health. The health special. What you have spent and what you are planning.
Yes.
So the government has put aside 200 billion. So these donations, now they are at 4 billion. It's most welcome. But it's not...
4.5 billion.
4.5 billion. They are most welcome, but they don't equal what the government has spent. But it adds on. Because you see, the government ones have got so many things to do, but these donations we can focus on something. Like me, I want to focus on vehicles for the COVID effort, but which can be inherited by the Ministry of Health. The 6 questions.
Thank you, Excellency. Excellency, first is a general commendation from the public about your timely communication. This is the 11th televised address since 18th March when you made the first address. So the public appreciates your continued communication and keeping them posted. These are some concerns we've picked from largely social media. A section of the public, Your Excellency, wants to know if there's concerted effort as a region, East Africa region, to tackling this pandemic. Of course, the background is that different countries seem to have different interventions, and they want to know if there's some synchronized effort to make sure that the region fights this as a single unit. Your Excellency, the second concern has to do with expecting mothers, pregnant women. There's still concern that many of them cannot access clearance from RDCs. And there's a request that if they could be allowed, of course there's obvious evidence of someone who is expecting to be able to access medical care, even if they might not have clearance from the RDCs. This is for the expecting mothers. Then, Your Excellency, there's the question of farmers. The rains are on, and farmers are concerned. Some of them have been barred from accessing gardens, and then also the shops that sell agro inputs are closed. How can they be helped to be able to kickstart the planting season? And then, Your Excellency, also a couple of private sector employers are notifying their employees about termination of jobs because of the fact that they have not been working. A couple of groups, including education institutions, are notifying their workers that either they will not be paid salary in April, or some of them should prepare to lose jobs. There's a feeling that some of these organizations these are knee-jerk reactions. They have not explored all available options to them before laying off workers. How can the government engage some of these to make sure that people do not lose jobs at the end of this? And then, Your Excellency, there's still a big section of Ugandans who are asking questions around the cargo truck drivers. They want to know why, for example, they cannot be retained at the border points until their results are out, or what are the mechanisms of tracking them if they're on the highways. And this, of course, is because the recent results are largely from the confirmed cases are from the truck drivers. So Ugandans are concerned how that's being managed. Your Excellency, I think that is largely it for now. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Now, East African, I spoke to His Excellency Kagame quite early on, and we agreed that him, as the chairperson of the East African community now, will get the Minister of Health to video conference and agree on some measures. And they did. They did. So, of course, these are different countries. They may not do exactly the same things. But I think there are certain things they agreed on. So what they agreed on, that one will be done in a similar way. What they did not agree on, then each country will do what they think is right. Expecting mothers, I think I can agree, because an expectant mother is obvious. Doesn't need a blood test, doesn't need anything. You can see that she's pregnant. So if they don't, because the idea was to minimize private transport, because some people just would use it as a cover. But I think for the pregnant women it is clear, because the pregnant woman is visible. So that one they can, if you try to get the RDC and you don't get, you can use the means which is there, and you say, and if anybody asks you, you can say, I was carrying this woman here. I think that one, the transport people should clarify it. But may I say nothing wrong with that, because it is clear, it's not something that can be hidden or fake. Well, unless of course somebody puts clothes, you guys, you never know. So if you put blankets and then we find you, then we shall arrest you. But if you are transporting a pregnant, I think there one can just say, okay. Anybody stopping farmers who went to the garden must be an idiot. Because in my address, I made it clear that the work sites, which are the farms, must continue working. And the factories. The only thing about the factories was that because you see the farm in Ruakura, I'm in my farm. I just walk from my house to the farm. So there the movement is not there, it is zero, it is, I don't spread any disease. The factories, we said the factories can continue working, provided the workers stay nearby. That was all. So I don't see why anybody will stop farmers accessing gardens. And second, the veterinary shops, the crop chemical shops were part of the shops that we said should remain open. We said so in our statement. So that is a lack of information. Laying off workers, this is something we are going to discuss in the cabinet and give guidance on it. On the issue of cargo drivers, keeping them at the border, that one, you see, these countries of yours have really moved. You should know that. Like for instance, you hear that in that airport of ours, between a few days, day something and day something, 18,000 people pass through that airport. You can imagine. How many days from what? From the 7th? Yeah, that's like 1 week, like 7 days. 18,000 pass through the airport. So now you talk of these borders. I think the border handles how many vehicles per day?
It used to be 3,000. Then the numbers went down to 2,005. Now it is 1,500.
So 1,800. 800. Okay, so now, if you, but the 3,000 were not cargo trucks. So what has brought them down?
The transit, you know that we were taking, it was a transit point to Burundi as well. And Rwanda blocked that as well. They said we should not continue into Rwanda, but we should not also proceed, but we should not also proceed to Burundi. So that cut down about 700.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So now the 800, if you say they stay there, that will interfere with the business. Because you see this campaign, our strategy is double pronged. There is the collective. We are trying to stop the disease by mobilizing you collectively, by, for instance, saying, don't congregate. That is a collective solution. But also there is the individual solution. Wash your hands, don't touch yourself. This is now you as an individual. So at the same time, we want the economy to continue, because if the economy collapses, you will have a lot of problems. Where will you have money to solve things, to even support health? So that's why the economy should move, but move without the disease spreading. So, because this person, and we are now talking of having only one driver instead of even 3. So this fellow, instead of saying you stay and wait for the results, how long will they take to get the results? 24 hours. Instead of saying you stay here until the results come back, let him go, because you know who he is. And we have already told everybody that this disease spreads like this. He wants to be safe. This is a driver. Everybody in the community wants to be safe. So we don't see why it should be a problem. Let him continue instead of delaying him, because delaying him will incur costs for the boss to hire a room for him. It can actually even cause spread. When you keep him, where are you keeping him? Are you going to keep him at the border and he just stays in his truck, or what? Or will you allow him to go to the hotel or to the lodge? And if he goes to the lodge, who will support him? It must be his employer. That means you are putting up the costs for the employer. So, for me, I don't see any, as long as now we are all alerted individually. The front line is individual first. You are the one to avoid this sickness yourself. But secondly, the group also. So this driver is sensitized. You are sensitized. Like for instance, the driver from Kenya who proved positive in Kamdin. He had already linked up with a local woman there, from what I hear. The Ugandan. So, now if this woman gets, but this woman was in Convenience Trading Center waiting for passers-by.
This trail is more than 5 women. It's more than 5 women.
That particular one. So, really, it is up to the people to stop. So, rather than going too much, we cannot. These are not babies. These are adults. We have told them what it is. Rather, we can't kill the economy that we are protecting babies. We just do the thing that this is the minimum. This is one person moving alone. If you let him go alone, he tries to come to contact an old contact of his. He will say, please, no. These days, don't. This is not the end of the world. But if they don't do that now, we cannot say the economy, no movement, no, that's not correct. Let the man move. If we find out the problem about him, we shall call him. Because we know his, we know his contact, we know his identity. This is wiser. So that the economy moves, but we keep monitoring and we can act. If he has already linked up with some idiot who don't listen, we shall also handle the idiots. If there are 2 or 3, we shall also correct them. You come, we always handle idiots. Because like in these days, why should you interact with anybody who's just stay by yourself until the thing clears? What's the problem? Are you going to die? Is it air that if you don't breathe for 3 minutes you will die? If they are looking for money, then they may die. God has protected us. There is no death now, not yet. But God is busy also. He has got a lot of work to look after. He cannot be here just in Uganda looking after idiots. God needs to look at Latin America. People are suffering. Now here He has given us enough information for us to know how to look after ourselves. If we don't, then God cannot be blamed, the government cannot be, because we have said. So, I'm not going to say the drivers don't move, because if you move, you will get an idiot on the way. No, please. No, please. Let the drivers move. We know them. We have taken the blood. We have already alerted everybody. We know the man is driving. What we are saying now that he should even drive alone in the car. You guys studied that, the one of being alone in the cabin. If he stops at Mijera, he just buys food. He doesn't buys food, goes back to his vehicle. He drives has come in, he sleeps under his vehicle. We simply said, you fumigate around there so that they are not bitten by mosquitoes. I don't see any problem. There's no problem. It's just our people's behavior. It's just our people's behavior. Because this is not like that a mosquito will bite him and will bite you. No. You need some proximity. Yes, you will be there. Are you a question also from the public?
I just wanted to explain that issue of the truck driver. We had a meeting with Uganda Revenue Authority, Ministry of Works, Ministry of Health, and ourselves, and we agreed that once this driver gets into the car, he gets into the truck, Uganda Revenue Authority is tracking him. We chose designated places where he's supposed to stop. And we say the relevant task forces in that specific area should be alerted about his movements. And even if he's stopping for a drink or something to bite, it should not exceed 15 minutes. If he's sleeping over, the security, in fact we also had security in that meeting, the security should monitor those specific trucks that are there and all the movements. So we have taken precautions in that area. The contentious issue we had was about the number of people on the truck. We had said we could have one just like you're saying, but we say that this standby is very useful on the way in helping the driver.
Well, there is some what information I will link.
Okay, sir.
You discuss it.
We'll discuss it with General. So, and then another issue, the issue of these donations. Your Excellency, some of these donations are not certified. Are not certified. Especially the meals, the maize.
The what?
The processed maize. So we are saying, let UNBS take only 2 days, take samples, and check before we distribute these donations, because we might have problems with some of these donations. Or when Maria receives, she could check and see whether they are certified
if we get,
or not.
If we get a problem, if people are not sensitive, and we find there is a problem of wrong donations in kind, then we can simply say, no, you just bring cash. Because you see, even NBS to check, that's already expenditure.
Yes, sir.
Expenditure, it's money.
Yes, sir.
So if we have got money to check on the donations,
yes, sir.
why not spend it on our own things instead of having that burden? So we may have to say, please, we just said, bring cash and we buy ourselves.
Yes, sir. Then finally, sir, I want to thank you for allowing these delivery bikes to continue after 2, up to 5. But most of their bikes were confiscated. They will
be returned.
So they should be returned, if you could tell them, so that they return.
Yes, we have given them amnesty.
Yes, so they should return them so that they continue doing business.
Very good, boss.
I thank you.
Your Excellency, I just wanted to. Can I briefly supplement, sir? Your Excellency, now on the food that is brought by well-wishers, actually, as soon as the food is brought, it is taken, we got stores in Nakawa, and there, NBS staff actually, yes, there are personnel there, and they check this food. And so far, all the food that has come from well-wishers has passed the test. It is all fit for human consumption. So nothing has been going out which has not been checked. It has all been
No, but the person sits there. Yes. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Who was complaining?
It was Dr. Manyendo in UNBS. Dr. Manyendo in UNBS.
That one.
It was only one which was contaminated, but
So it was true, it was contaminated. So they sorted it out.
yes.
The ones which had problems were withdrawn by the person who wrote it and request with another one after we discovered that the quality was compromised.
Now our own quality of the food given by the government, both the children will get time at the media center, because I didn't want to mix up my forum here with the, because the church has been in the food business for a long time, with the refugees, with the what. So it's a long story. So he will get time to explain it better without, because people are really tired listening to me. Now if they add on a church, I think people may go to sleep. So I alert you fellows, you go to the media center, a church will explain to you the food, the beans, I don't know what. What the refugees get, what. That's a long story. Me, I just came for the virus. The food part of the virus is the smaller part. But a church will get time to the media center and explain, because he has been involved with the refugees especially.
So, and fine spinners is going to make it.
Especially, but I had somebody say that refugees were used to getting bad food. Did you hear that? That refugees were used to getting bad food.
They came to a wrong address in Kampala.
But in Kampala here, but actually we'll have enough time there. Thank you very
Your
much.
Excellency, just one more issue. I just want to assure all people who are viewing that sometimes there are people who have contributed and they may not hear their names or contribution, but they should, I just want to assure them that in the next briefing, they will hear, for instance, Honorable Anita Monk, through her foundation, she actually brought a lot of food. And I think she has been one of the very first members of parliament to bring, but we want to bring the details properly. So if you do not hear your name today, next time, there are many others, next time it will be read out. Thank you, sir.
We are continuing. Thank you very much.